Hi, it's Helen from Heritage Organic Seeds, and today we are going to plant our November subscription box. So grab your cup of tea and let's get planting. So our November subscription box was all about garlic, so we gave you 3 different bulbs, a mild, a medium and a stronger flavour, so we can learn to fully appreciate this delicious vegetable in its own right. So we have Germador, which was the mild version, Thermodrome, which was the medium, and Printanor, which was the strongest of them all. So let's get planting. So inside your box, like every month, we give you full sowing instructions, and then we do these little videos to go along with those. So here are the instructions for the garlic. So on the back it says we are going to plant the garlic in autumn and into December. So if you don't have time to do it this month, you can do it going into next month, but you do want to get it done pretty soon because garlic does like a period of cold weather to split into those lovely cloves. It says we will plant our garlic cloves directly into weed-free ground. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you how to do it in pots. If you have really wet clay soil, you don't want to be popping your garlic into the ground over winter, because all that's going to happen is it's going to be really wet and your cloves will probably rot. So to avoid that, you want to sow them in pots. If you have wet clay soil, we're going to use 9cm pots. Then we're going to pop those in the greenhouse, overwinter them, and then pop them into the ground in the spring. So if you are sowing directly into the ground, it's the same principle, obviously without the pots, but I just want to make this more inclusive for everybody so everybody knows what to do. So we have these 9cm pots. All that means is it's 9cm diameter across the top. So we're going to use some good quality compost. If you're doing it in the ground, you want to mix that compost into the area you're going to plant your cloves. We're obviously going to fill the pot with the compost, and here's some I did earlier. Break up your garlic bulbs into individual cloves. There's no need to peel. So we are going to do our Germador, which is this beautiful purple variety. So we're just going to break those up. Easier said than done. You might just want to peel the outer layers just so you can actually get in and get your thumb into those lovely cloves. So I'm not going to do the whole bulb because it is so easy. Once you've done one, you're just going to repeat the process with all of them. So I've just broken up a few there. So these are all really good quality organic bulbs. So they're all really good size. So we're going to plant our cloves this way up. So this is the pointy end, and then you can just make out the roots, or where the roots come from, at the bottom here. So the flatter side at the bottom and the pointy side at the top. And then you're going to take your pots and we're going to plant them 2 to 3 centimetres deep. So literally all we're going to do is push those in like that, 2 to 3 centimetres deep. Cover it with the soil. You might just want to top up with a little more. So this is all organic compost from the garden centre. That is it. Pop the little label in. Where have I put mine? Germador, like so. And give it a light water, and then literally just repeat the process with the rest of the cloves. Could not be easier. So if you are growing in pots, like I say, do them in pots, pop them in the greenhouse. If you don't have a greenhouse or a little zippy, the clear plastic reusable boxes are brilliant and will act like a greenhouse. Overwinter them in there all winter. Don't let them dry out. So you don't want to water them too much, because if the soil is really wet, then the cloves are likely to rot. So just keep them lightly watered so that the soil isn't drying out, just lightly moist, and that way the garlic will develop a really good root system in the pots over winter, and then in spring, when it gets hopefully a little bit drier, you can pop those directly into the ground and have some great garlic harvest next year. So if you're sowing your garlic directly into the ground, you just want to plant the cloves about 15 centimetres apart, water the area during dry spells, and just keep the area weed-free in general. From around February, your garlic will benefit from a sulphate of potash, which is available in all big garden centres. You can get certified organic versions of this. I've already checked, so really easy to source that. If you have heavy soil or very wet soil, you can sow your cloves into modules or small pots like we've just discussed. Keep them in an unheated greenhouse over winter before planting them out in the spring. You will know when your garlic is ready to harvest. It could be around mid-May with Germador, or June and into July for the other two, but basically the foliage is going to turn brown and it's going to flop over and lie down on the ground. So that is your sign to harvest your garlic. And if you don't have a lot of space or just want to have some garlic at home in a pot, you can sow your garlic into pots. So you want quite a big pot, maybe about 25 centimetres minimum, and in that kind of size you'll be able to sow about 8 to 10 cloves just in a nice little pan, and just keep them well spaced and keep the pot well watered, because pots will dry out quicker than soil in the ground. And that is all there is to it, guys. So thank you for watching this video, thank you for subscribing to the subscription box, and please do let me know if you have any questions.